Welcome, everyone. We're here to unpack some more wisdom from A Course in Miracles.
Looking for those insights that can really shift things in your daily life.
And today, we're diving into Lesson 201. These are review lessons, but there's always something new.
Always. They touch on these core themes of trust, perception, and ultimately our inner freedom.
Which sound great in theory, but putting them into practice when things get messy, that's the challenge.
That's what we're here for, to look at how these powerful truths can actually work for you day to day.
We really want this to be practical, something you can use right away. And hey, if you have questions or your own stories pop up as we talk, please share them.
You can email us ACIM@theworldharmonyproject.org.
Or find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. The handle is @TheWorldHarmonyProject.
We love hearing from you. It really helps shape these conversations.
Definitely. Okay, let's ground ourselves in the lesson first.
I'll read them for us. This is Lesson 201. I am not a body, I am free. For I am still, as God created me. Lesson 181, I trust my brothers, who are one with me. No one but is my brother. I am blessed with oneness with the universe and God my Father, one creator of the whole that is myself, forever one with me.
Okay, that line, no one but is my brother. Wow. I mean, right away, doesn't your mind just jump in?
Oh, instantly.
It wants to make a list, right? A whole detailed roster of people who are definitely not my brother.
Absolutely. The exemptions list.
And certainly not people I should trust.
That reaction points directly to the ego's core strategy. It thrives on keeping our focus locked onto separation.
Through perception.
Precisely. Think of your perception like a spotlight. If you shine that spotlight only on the perceived mistakes, the flaws, the so-called sins of others,
That's what you see.
that's all you see. And the world then just consistently looks like a dangerous place, filled with people you just can't trust.
Right. And we need to be super clear here. This lesson is not saying just roll over and be a doormat. We've talked about this before. Remember that listener question about the untrustworthy ex-husband?
Yes, that was a great example.
The Course doesn't ask you to trust someone's harmful behavior. That's the ego acting out. It asks you to trust the sinlessness deep within them, the true self. And you absolutely can and should maintain firm boundaries for safety and well-being.
Exactly. The trust here, it goes much deeper than just surface behavior. It comes from a profound recognition, really. A conscious choice.
A choice to look past the errors.
Yes. To look past the superficial error, the ego stuff, to the unwavering truth of who that person really is. A truth that's identical to your own essence, your own true self.
And if we refuse that choice, if we attack or judge instead,
Well, then we're basically shouting our belief that sin is real, that error is powerful, and that belief just keeps us chained to our own sense of sinfulness. We can't see their innocence if we're magnifying their guilt.
we hold on to grievances about them, using their sins as proof. And that blocks our own awareness of the sinless self within us. You can't see both at once if you're focused on the fault finding.
Which is why the practice statement that comes with this lesson is so incredibly helpful.
It is not this that I would look upon.
I trust my brothers who are one with me.
Yeah.
That statement is a powerful tool. It's designed to help you consciously redirect your focus.
Pulling your mind away from the ego's endless list of wrongs.
And guiding it towards the inherent light, the truth instead.
So it's an active decision. I'm choosing not to invest energy in these narratives of guilt anymore.
That's it, exactly.
Okay, so making that active decision, I mean, in a real life situation, do you have an example?
Funny you ask. Something just like this came up with a friend. She's on a committee, and there's this one person. Consistently difficult. You know, my friend was literally dreading the meeting.
Feeling anxious.
Totally. She said her peace was gone before the meeting even started. She'd spend time beforehand just mentally preparing for battle, replaying past arguments in her head.
Been there. So easy to get sucked into that cycle.
For weeks. She knows I practice the Course, so she asked for some help. And I pointed out gently that her entire focus was on this person's sins, right? All the disruptive behavior.
She was already feeding the conflict.
Exactly. She'd already surrendered her peace. So my suggestion was pretty simple. Before the next meeting, sit in the car for a few minutes.
Okay.
And just silently repeat, it is not this that I would look upon. I trust my sister, who is one with me.
Applying the practice directly.
Yes, and I encouraged her to make a real conscious effort to see past the defensive, prickly ego, to try and perceive the part of that person acting out of fear, maybe, or pain.
And to trust the true self underneath.
And to trust that their true self, deep down, was just as committed to the community's good as hers was, even if the ego was getting in the way.
Okay, I'm hooked. So she goes into the meeting.
Yeah.
What happened? Did it work?
Well, she told me later the person was still prickly. That didn't magically change.
Oh, wait.
But she was totally different. She was almost like buzzing when she told me she didn't take the bait.
Yeah.
When the woman made some negative comment, instead of getting defensive like usual, my friend paused and genuinely asked, "What's your concern here? What outcome are you hoping for?"
Shifting the dynamic completely.
Totally. And she said while she was asking, she pictured herself talking not to the difficult ego, but to this glowing light inside the woman, the true self.
Wow, just holding that image. That's powerful. That changes everything from the inside out.
Doesn't it? I told her I need to try that. She said you could almost feel the energy shift in the room. She felt she'd broken that old attack defense cycle.
So, not best friends now, I take it.
Definitely not best friends. But she was so incredibly proud of herself for breaking the cycle, yes, but mostly because she walked out of that meeting feeling genuinely peaceful for the first time ever after dealing with that person.
And that's the freedom, isn't it? The freedom that the lesson offers. It comes from changing your own perception. It doesn't depend on the other person changing their behavior at all.
And this ties directly back to our main review theme. I am not a body. I am free. For I am still as God created me.
How so?
When my friend saw the difficult person primarily as this limited, annoying body, this ego, she was unintentionally reinforcing the belief in her own limited, potentially sinful body and ego.
Right. Seeing limitation reinforces limitation.
But when she chose to trust the sinless, eternal self in that other person, the self that is one with her own, she was simultaneously affirming her own true identity, her own freedom.
So practicing this lets us step out of that prison of judgment we build for ourselves by choosing to see others as the free, sinless self God created.
We claim that same freedom for ourselves. Our peace stops being dependent on what anyone else does or says.
Which is ultimate freedom. That feeling of peace regardless of external circumstances. That actually reminds me, we got a fantastic listener question this week. It's about a really common challenge where peace feels impossible.
What is it?
Driving.
Yes.
Okay, here's what the listener wrote. I struggle to live the course when I'm driving. Defensive driving trains us to expect danger, and I'm constantly reacting to unsafe, aggressive behavior. For example, when I see a speeding car tailgating the one next to me, I know they'll probably try to cut in front of me with barely a foot to spare. Happens a lot. So I speed up to close the gap, not to control them, but to prevent a dangerous situation. Then I feel conflicted, upset, and spiritually off course. Driving feels like my classroom, but I'm failing every test. Can Lesson 181 help with this?
What a relatable question. And yes, Lesson 181 offers profound help here.
How does it apply in that split-second traffic scenario?
It invites you, even in that moment, to look beneath the appearances, to remember the oneness with your brother, even the one driving erratically. That person in the speeding car, they aren't actually your enemy.
They don't have to be a threat to your peace.
Exactly. They aren't a threat to your peace unless you choose to believe they are, unless you give your peace away by reacting with fear or anger.
And again, this doesn't mean you don't act skillfully for safety. You still merge or slow down or whatever's needed.
Safety first.
But the invitation is to respond from peace, not from fear. And that always starts with a shift in perception. The Course says, don't act without a miracle. A perceptual miracle. A deliberate choice to see the situation differently through eyes of love or trust before you act. Responding, not reacting.
Yes. Lesson 181 works to clear the mental space between you and your brother on the road. Not by changing them, but by dissolving your perception of separation.
So it melts away the idea of aggressive driver versus reactive course student.
In that unified vision, there's just one shared mind. Maybe momentarily confused, maybe acting out of fear or impatience, but always, always capable of remembering the truth of its oneness.
So the real questions for the listener become, can you make that necessary driving maneuver, speeding up, changing lanes, without anger boiling up?
Can you act from clarity instead of conflict?
Can you extend trust?
Yeah.
Not trust in the erratic driving, the ego behavior.
No, never that.
But trust in the divine essence, the true self of the person behind the wheel who is one with you.
That's the Course in action. You're not condoning the behavior. You're simply withdrawing your belief that your fear and anger are justified or even helpful responses.
Okay, let's make this super practical. A walkthrough for applying Lesson 181 right there in the car.
And hey, maybe some of you are driving right now as you listen.
Perfect timing then. Okay, so you're behind the wheel. You see that car weaving or someone cuts you off. You feel that familiar tension rise, the judgment starting. What do? Step one. Just take one conscious breath before you react. Just one.
And the point of that breath isn't really to delay your physical response if one is needed for safety. It's to create a tiny space.
A space to invite what?
Another kind of vision, a moment for clarity to enter before the fear takes over completely.
Okay, step 2. While you're taking that breath, or right after, silently say to yourself, I trust my brother who is one with me. This moment doesn't need my fear.
Just plant that thought.
Step 3. Then do what you need to do. Merge safely, change lanes, maybe even accelerate slightly to create space, whatever the situation calls for to maintain safety.
Let your body do what it needs to do, skillfully, but try to let your mind stay clear, let your heart stay clear, untouched by the upset.
And look, even if you still feel upset afterwards, even if the anger or fear lingers,
That's okay.
your willingness just to try this practice even once, even imperfectly, that's huge. That's a massive leap towards peace.
You are not failing the class, not at all. You're showing up for it with sincerity, and that sincerity is everything.
So wrapping this up, trusting our brothers, our sisters, our siblings in spirit.
Yeah.
It's actually fundamental if we want our own peace.
It really is the key.
And the practice isn't about ignoring bad behavior or pretending problems don't exist. It's about consciously choosing where you place your focus.
Looking past the ego's errors, the surface stuff,
To see the shared, eternal innocence of the self that lives within every single one of us.
and keep practicing. It's like building a muscle. Every single time you consciously choose a different thought, a thought of trust instead of fear, you strengthen that capacity for peace.
You really are doing the work, and it truly matters.
It does.
So here's a little exercise for this week if you're up for it. The very next time you feel that flash of anger or judgment towards anyone, could be a coworker, another driver, family, someone online,
Anyone at all.
just pause, just for a second. Notice where your focus is probably on their mistake, their sin. Then just for an instant, silently repeat that phrase. It is not this that I would look upon. I trust my brother who is one with me.
And crucially, don't try to force a feeling of trust or love. Don't fake it.
No forcing.
Just introduce the thought gently and then just observe. See what happens within you. Notice any shift, however small.
We are so grateful for all of you listening, for being here, and for your willingness to explore this path with us. It's a healing journey.
Please do share your experiences with Lesson 181 if you feel called to. We learned so much from you.
We absolutely do.
We'll be back tomorrow for Review 6, diving into Lesson 202. See you then.